guys, Realtor Adele, your favorite realtor and investment property strategist. Welcome to the monthly housing market report, where we discuss topics like home prices and appreciation, mortgage interest rates, housing affordability, and current real estate trends. We also take a look at the economy, the job market, rate of inflation, and whatever else may be going on globally or politically that may have an impact on the housing market as a whole. Speaking of which, we're just days away from a presidential election, so this month's report will be a bit different. We're still going to discuss everything I just said. However, it will be from the lens of when there's an active presidential election and how the housing market is affected as a result. Let's begin. Whenever there's a major issue, there tends to be speculation collectively around that issue. Of course, in a presidential election year, it's no different, and even more so. There's speculation around certain policies, various issues, the economy, the job market, rate of inflation, will home prices and mortgage rates drop finally? You name it, there's speculation around it. There's a lot of angst in the air about where the country is going to be headed over the next 4 years. Now, generally, during a presidential election year, home sales are delayed or slowed down, especially during the weeks and days up to the actual election. And of course, personal finances and electoral policies may play a role on whether someone decides to buy or sell a home now or wait. This chart shows us how much of a slowdown is experienced during a presidential election year, and it compares versus non-presidential election year. So the gray bar stats, the stats are from, these stats are from over 10 and a half decades of recorded data. From October through November, sales dropped by 9.8%, and that's normal in real estate. Usually fall and winter, there's a natural slowdown due to the holidays. And typically people prefer to partake in festivities instead of be bothered with buying or selling a home. Now, of course, there are instances, despite what's going on, there are real estate sales that happen and life continues. So some people still decide to move, but for the most part, there is a natural slowdown during the fall and winter. The red bar shows data in an election year, and you can see there's a 15% decrease or pause in home sales. The following slides will show us what happens to home prices and home sales as well, and also what happens or tend to happen with mortgage interest rates after the election. If you're curious about your home's value, I want to invite you to scan the QR code that's on the screen. What I love about this tool is that not only does it provide you with instant valuation for your home, it allows you to key in certain features about your home or allows you to key in any updates you may have done that you feel may positively affect its value. Of course, you may also contact me if you have questions about the valuation or if you want to provide any feedback as well. Let's take a look at housing trends in Metro Atlanta. We're going to focus on pending sales, closed sales, days on market, average sales price, percent of list price received, and the month supply of inventory. For detached homes, pending sales were 3,019, closed sales 3,198, days on market 36, average sales price for detached homes 564,626, month supply of inventory 3.5. I missed one, and the percent of list price the seller received is 98.5%. For attached homes, pending sales were 776, closed sales 873, days on market 42, average sales price $402,709. Percent of list price received by the seller is the same as for detached homes at 98.5%. Month supply of inventory 4.5. To recap, generally home sales slows down or pauses the weeks leading up to a presidential election. This year is no different. I've seen it in my market. And in comparison, during a non-presidential election year, there is a natural slowdown due to the holidays, and home sales decreased by 9.8%. During a presidential election year, home sales tend to decrease by 15%. Home sales typically increase after a presidential election year, and home sales went up 9 out of the last 11 presidential elections, and that's post-election. Home prices also increases after a presidential election typically, and home prices for resale or existing homes went up 7 out of the last presidential election years. As for new construction homes, prices also increased after a presidential election, and prices went up 10 out of the last 11 years. As for mortgage interest rates, they typically decrease leading up to a presidential election. However, that's not the case this year. In fact, for the past 5 weeks, rates have increased every week. Well, there was a decrease September 26th, and the average fixed rate was 6.08%. However, each week after that, rates have gone up. As of October 31st, rates were 6.72%, and that's the average for a 30-year fixed mortgage. And what else? Okay, so I want to kind of backpedal a little bit. The fact that we've been seeing rates increase for the past 5 weeks, that tells us that we should not try to predict where rates will land. And despite historical trends, there's no telling where rates will land. Not because typically that's what happens, that's what's going to happen now. What we do know is that wherever rates land depends on the job market, the economy, rate of inflation, what's going on globally, so geopolitical activity. Those all affect where interest rates will land. Speaking of which, the Feds meet the week after the election, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think they meet earlier than usual this month. So we'll have to see how mortgage rates are affected or influenced as a result. What else did we want to recap on? The average sales price for single-family detached homes in Metro Atlanta, $564,626. Days on market, 36. Month supply of inventory, 3.5. That's for detached homes. For attached homes, average sales price, $402,709. Days on market, 42. And month supply of inventory, 4.5. That's it, guys. I hope you found value in what I've shared with you. Please like and subscribe. Also, as always, it's my goal to bring you accurate information from trusted sources so that you can make the best decisions for yourself and your families. If you found value in anything I've shared with you, please share this video with someone you feel may find value in it as well. And lastly, there's a QR code on this slide. If you're interested in a free home buyer guide or home seller guide, simply scan that QR code and you will be able to download one of those guides or both of them. That's your pleasure. That's all for now. See you on the next one.